Roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. From scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The deep on the ground with Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Complete to C.D. Lamb. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Elliott running right. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Joshua Perkins, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Here's Goff. He finds Austin complete. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Swift. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Looking for the crossing route, and he's got Mitchell. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know They want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
7-7, our score after one. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Off the play fake, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
A first down carry by Elliott, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott. Eluding the press, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the 50, it's Goff. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Calvin Austin, 50 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Lions 14, Cowboys 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Prescott on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
After the sack on first down, Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Goff now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now a first down throw, gone. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now gone. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Rosas' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. Goff. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's good for Cowboys. First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott yet again.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The drive will start with an option going left. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It was Dante Fowler who got in there to bring him down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here we go, here we go.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Go.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. Complete. This is Mitchell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Goff.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again. Goff.
He's got this, complete to Williams.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent gain, 35 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it's gone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Rosas now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Lions 24, Cowboys 10. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one taken just inside the 10.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
He's got a man complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. James Washington, 74 yards. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively they had the bye last week. Defensively did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he gets the first down.
Rosas' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Gone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tracy Walker, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they will take a knee here. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And they take a knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions.
Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for Detroit, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to